Hello and welcome to part 2 of our Chesapeake Weekly Year in Review. We're taking a look back at some of those inspiring stories that came out of what was one of the most difficult years ever. But we really did have some incredible stories that truly show how Chesapeake is the city that cares. But first of all, welcome to 2021. Woo! We made it. We're here. It's a new year. It's gonna be better. But before we get into all the good things we know 2021 has got to have in store for us, let's take a look back to remember the good parts of 2020. So first up, a nod to our heroes. Every single day, first responders work to help everybody throughout the city of Chesapeake. But it's when disaster strikes that we really see how truly incredible they are. And that's just what happened earlier last year when a semi-truck lost control on the high-rise bridge and was teetering over the edge. Take a look at this incredible rescue.
The truck was dangling over the guardrail at the very peak of the bridge with the occupant still inside the cab, trapped, injured, and unable to get out. And then as we worked our way to the scene, we encountered heavy traffic and we had to hand carry some of the equipment up there. And that's when the weather hit, and it was crazy. When we arrived on scene, there was another Chesapeake resource already on scene, and they were setting up for what we call a elevated anchor point. So the ladder truck was parked on scene, positioned, and they had their boom out. Norfolk was already on scene. Virginia Beach was coming, and they were doing what they had to stabilize the vehicle to keep it from going in the water.
Biggest concern I had was the wind. The weather was really unpredictable up there on the bridge. We've never done, and we wouldn't even be allowed to do training in situations like that. Even if it was a really windy day, we're not going out and training in a situation that could get somebody hurt. And so to have the weather the way it was, it's something, that's the unpredictable factor right there.
It's a rotating schedule, everybody who rides on this truck. It just happened to be C shift on my shift, and then I was in the back seat that day, so it was going to be one of us three going over the edge, and it just happened to be me. I felt pretty good. It was comfortable knowing I had everybody else that I trust around me on the road systems, and not just somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So it was a pretty cool feeling. Probably won't ever feel that again, but it was exciting while it lasted.
I think the biggest thing is that we trained so much on it. And we even had an advantage because one of the guys who actually did the lower for Justin, he used to be stationed here as well for a few years, so he knew exactly what we wanted to do, and it just worked out really well.
In 2020, we truly learned the importance of celebrating every little achievement, and this one really was not so little. Navy veteran Mickey Cassidy turned 102 years old last year, and VFW Post 2894 was not going to let that go by without a little celebration.
Mickey was joined the Navy in 1937. He's the oldest plank holder of the USS Iowa, and he served in the Atlantic, the Mediterranean, and the Pacific in the war. And so he's seen a lot and done a lot. Mickey Cassidy is a legend here. He's a crusty little old guy, and he turned 102 years ago, and then every year after that, it's another event, another milestone that we want to celebrate with him, that he's still around with us.
Is he an active member of the Post?
He is an active member when he can be, but he loves to come to our meetings and sits and loves telling stories. And when we do our award ceremony, we always have him front and center so all the awardees can have their photos taken with him. Since he's a member of our post, we've got all the VFW here, and then I called up the fire department, the police department, the sheriff's department, and then also put out the word to city council, so I'm hoping some of their members will be here, and the mayor. So, and then I asked them to invite friends of friends, so we'll see who shows up.
Okay. What do you think about this parade, sir?
I think it's wonderful, people thinking about me.
What did you, when you first, did you know this was going to happen?
No. No.
Did you know this was going to happen?
No.
Did you know this was going to happen?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
And what do you think about it?
I think it's great. I think thank you so much, everyone
That was involved.
on our group.
We shared a lot of stories this year to show just how much Chesapeake cares. One that really stood out to me, when the pandemic hit, healthy food was not always easy to come by, and lots of people were struggling financially to make that happen for their family. But Healthy Chesapeake really stepped up, and they provided a quick and easy way for families to get healthy local foods.
It's a virtual platform where people can order online and pre-purchase. Then they drive through, pop their trunk, and we deliver to their trunk and drop it off, and people can go on about their way. This was a pivot from our original mobile market model that we were going to create, but due to COVID and some of the containment procedures, we adapted that model so that it is one of the safest ways for people to order local produce during this pandemic. We try to pride ourselves on high customer service and high quality local products, and what we're trying to do now is make this product more well known to our community partners and our residents so that more people participate, and we need them to know that they're partners in this food access venture. So every purchase helps enable us to reach more locations throughout Chesapeake and make local produce more readily available.
Well, the Western Branch market was suspended for obvious reasons. We can't have a walk-up market out there right now. So we partnered with Coteries Companies and Development, partnered with Healthy Chesapeake to bring this farmers market and our market together. So we have this set up here on Tuesdays. We have that set up there exactly the same on Wednesdays, and we're all working together to just try and help our vendors and help our customers.
And finally, one constant throughout 2020 was that we realized how important outdoor space is to us. We all needed to get outside. That's where it was safe. That's where we had fresh air. And I think we all really rediscovered some of the beautiful outdoor activities that we can do throughout our entire city. One thing that totally came back was bird watching. Chesapeake Television's Jim Hazel definitely got into it. He found some beautiful birds out in his yard, and he put together this great little video for us.
Staying home or safe during the coronavirus pandemic has definitely been a challenge for us all, and a bit of a downer too. But spring is in full swing here in Chesapeake, and the birds are singing the songs of the season. So, as we continue to collectively fight the virus and stay healthy, we can also take a little time to enjoy the company of our fine feathered friends in the skies around us and in our parks and yards. Birdwatchers had their annual Global Big Day on Saturday, May 9th, counting and identifying birds of all kinds across the globe. It's not too late to get you or your family outside and experience the soothing sounds and colorful aeronautics Virginia birds add to our landscape. The Cornell Lab of Ornithology has some great free resources to help us and teachers get a handle on identifying birds and have some fun in nature's classroom as well. You can test your ears with Birdsong Hero, which is a great game for everyone. That's a red-winged blackbird. He's around here somewhere. The Cornell Lab also has a free app called Merlin to help you easily identify birds on your handheld device. Let's take a look at what bird buddies came to visit in my backyard and around the block over the weekend. Good morning, Mr. Brown-headed cowbird. I just put this birdhouse up just a few days ago, and there's already somebody moving in. There's no cedar trees out back, but those are a couple of cedar waxwings. This guy giving me the stink eye is a common grackle. Let's see who moved in anyway. Oh, house wren. This isn't woody, but it is a male downy woodpecker. A common species in the suburbs and cities is the mourning dove. Here's a couple of Carolina wrens stopping by for brunch. This female downy woodpecker likes to eat upside down. There's our mourning dove again, with his new friend, the red-winged blackbird. Just barely caught up with this Carolina chickadee. Visit the Cornell Lab's website for more info and birdwatching fun at ebird.org. For some reason, our state bird didn't visit us too much this weekend, and even the blue jay was a little too quick for this old bird to get a good shot of. But there's always tomorrow. And if you put some seed out, you'll get a few new visitors, make some new friends, and even get a free concert. For Chesapeake Weekly, I'm Jim Hazel. Don't forget to wear your mask.
And remember, just because we have hit a new year, that doesn't mean we're done taking safety precautions against COVID-19 quite yet. Vaccines are coming, but we want to stay really cautious about that big picture. We're not out of the woods yet. So continue to practice physical distancing, wear your mask, and stay home if you're sick. If you'd like to look for some fun at-home activities, we still have a wide variety of videos available on our website. You can find them at youtube.com/Chesapeake Television, where you'll find that bird watching video, plus other really beautiful outdoors videos. Jim Hazel also made an entire guitar lesson series for us. So if you're interested in learning guitar, maybe you got one over the holidays and you're ready to get to it, go back and find those videos at youtube.com/Chesapeake Television. Some free lessons for you. There's so much great to be seen there, and we really hope you enjoy this local programming. If you have cable, you can also find us on your television. If you have Cox, it's channel 48. If you have Verizon, it's channel 43. And of course, we're always streaming online at cityofchesapeake.net/TV. Thank you all so much for staying with us through what was a wild year in 2020. We hope to continue to keep you updated on all things Chesapeake in the year to come, and we are all hoping for a safe, healthy 2021. Take care.